Everybody, hello. We are continuing today to make leaves. I wonder if that's what the title is. Yes, it is. It looks like it. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So as we can see, I had to go ahead and reassemble some of the stuff and whatever because we expected a garage door to come here, but unfortunately some problems arose, and no, I just had to basically move everything out again. So where is the damn forge? Let's see if we just need to rotate this guy. There we go. There's the forge. There's the anvil. We're gonna go ahead and light it up after my cigarette quickly, and then I just need to go ahead and dip this into some thinners, light it up, switch the gas on, and pop it in, and then we just wait up to get to temperature. Yay! Right. So from last time's episode, you can see up over here. Last episode I went and was trying to go ahead and make a leaf. This is the one leaf that I tried to go ahead and do this one, but unfortunately it broke off because it keeps on doing this up over here. It keeps on bending whenever I try and work this piece of metal up here on this side. So it keeps on bending, so it keeps on doing this on it the whole time. Every single time. So I'm gonna see what I can do to stop that from happening. Otherwise, if it just continues to break off the whole time, we'll just continue and carry on. Might just need to use the angle grinder to chop it off and continue from there. So what it's actually supposed to look like is this. This is what I'm trying. So this is my first time trying, one of you. Not 100% there, but you know, got a little bit of details there that I'm trying to recreate. Other than that, let's get cracking. Let's light the forge. Put this up quickly, have some more coffee. I think I need to get a bit of a wider lens camera. But anyways. Alright. Make sure to get the lighter. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and dip this boy in so we can light up the forge. And then while that's heating up, I'm going to sand this down so so that none of the rust impurities go into the steel when I'm busy hitting it. So let's go ahead and open this guy. I'm going to actually go ahead and just pour it up over here in the safe corner. There we go, been poured in. Close it up before it starts evaporating. And let's light this one so long. There we go, lit, fire. Oh, that was a nice big flash. That's fantastic. More fire. Kids, do not try this at home. Only under adult supervision. Adult supervision, please. Thank you. There we go. Just remove the burning end off. Now we're just going to wait for the forge to heat up, and then we can start to get cracking. So what I'll do every now and again is I'll go ahead and take this off, and then I'll show you guys exactly what's happening inside the forge, and then also show you what's basically happening with the steel inside the forge. See how red hot it gets and whatever, and when to pull it out and that sort of thing. Start hammering it up. But I'm going to go ahead and just quickly sand off my anvil, and then we'll check how far the temperature is from there. That should be clean enough. Let's go ahead. Sweet. Cool. Let's go ahead and have a look here. Just a bit of wind playing into the burners on the top there. Go ahead and take you guys off here quickly, and then I can show you what's happening inside the forge. Sweet. And there we go. Running up nicely. Getting hot. I can feel the heat from here already. But then, so here's the hammers that I'm going to go ahead and be using. This is one of the knives that I've made so far. I just need to go ahead and make a wooden handle for it and then just clean it up and all that. Our tongs that we're going to use to pull the metal out. And then so basically we've got our piece of steel. So if you missed the first episode, we've got a piece of round bar like this. What I needed to go ahead and do is take this part and hit it with a hammer up over there, basically, and basically just turn it and hit it, hit until it goes ahead and makes a point. Once it went and made a point on the end of the piece of steel, then we needed to choose the length of the bulb, which then forms out to be this, basically, after it's been flattened. Then that goes up and we choose the length that we need, or the length of the bulb that we want. Then we go ahead and hit this part in, like that. We hit that part in, and then what we do is we extrude out this piece of steel out into a very long bit of steel like this. So then it comes out like that, if it continues. Like that. So now, because it's been doing, once we get it to that, we can go ahead and then twist it off, make it into this length, and twist it off here at the top here, and then just flatten this piece out a little bit more. Once that's done, then yeah, then we got another leaf. But this was my first attempt. Second attempt broke off, unfortunately. But then, just for those that are just joined on, there the forge is lit. Just waiting for that one to get up to temperature. We can actually go ahead and check what the temperature is. So long. There we go. She's on. About up to 700. Wait, there we go. There, 800 degrees Celsius. If we step back a little bit more, maybe we might. Okay, it's a little bit too much. There we go. 860. Sweet. Or 820 for now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put you guys back up here. Sorry for all the shaking and all that. Just got to put you back inside there. There we go. Sweet. Right. Now, let's put you up there on that side. There we go. Cool. I just might need to tilt it just a tad more so you guys can actually go ahead and see the anvil. So whenever I'm hitting the piece of steel, you can see. So. Cool. Now we just got to wait for the forge to heat up. glove ready here. All my tools. Piece of steel. I'm going to soon pop it in. Popping and woofing that you're hearing is basically just the air going up inside the burners, up over there. Yeah, there, yeah, there. Those burners there. Cool. Up to 906 degrees Celsius. Might as well go ahead and put it in now so it can start heating up. Okay, so now, because it's going to go ahead and heat up, and then I'm going to be working the stem of the part, except for the bulb section, the one that's bent like this. I'm going to be working that part out, extruding it out, making it a little bit longer and thinner as we go on. And then you're going to flatten out the bulb and hopefully it stays on this time. But I think I should actually just do some arm exercise here, do the chicken clock here, just to get ready and heated up. Right, tuck the shirt in. We don't want any of this to go mess with us. Slowly starting to heat up. Let's check the temperature again. (951 degrees Celsius). Awesome. Go ahead and do now is just take this off here quickly again so I can show you guys what it looks like inside. So the piece of steel is starting to heat up quite nicely, as you can see there, getting nice red hot, and we just needed to make it look like the color of the sun so that we can move more steel with each hammer strike and whatever, so it stays hot each time we hit it. But you guys will see it now once I pull it out. There we go. Sweet. I think I'm getting better at this. There we go. You guys see the anvil? Yes, you guys can see the anvil. That's good. Turn you about a little bit back like that. There we go. Just want to move the anvil a little bit this way. Makeshift anvil. I had to go ahead and make it with the help of my dad. No, I've got to give him credit on this one. Went through it in so. Alright, cool. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to keep the bulb facing flat on the anvil as much as we possibly can. We don't want to keep it over, because it seems like if I keep it over, that's where it starts to bend and do this sort of thing each time I turn the piece of steel, and it does this. So I'm going to try and keep it on here and keep it straight with each strike as I go on. So that's why they usually do that method of taking the piece of steel. You've got your piece of steel that you're going to hammer, you've got it here on the anvil, and you keep the bolt part on the anvil, and then you hit, turn, hit, turn, hit, turn. So you go away from here, hit, bring it back towards you, hit, so that you can create a square, makeshift square. And once you've got that makeshift square, then I think by doing that we keep that bulb straight. That's one thing that I think I stuffed up on. Yeah. Right, looks like we can go ahead and take this bad boy out. You guys can go ahead and see how hot this thing is. otherwise it's going to start being a bit too fragile. Pop it back in. Go. Just because the hot piece of steel was on here, I can still go ahead and just wipe all that scale off with my hand here, which is quite nice. It stays nice. This angle is around about, how can I say about that thing? About like 10 centimeters? 10 mil? No, not 10 mil, 100 mil. 100 mil. Alright, cool. Just go ahead and check this. Alright, cool. Safe zone, all good. Our first 1,000 of the day, 1,022 degrees Celsius. Nice. That's the temperature that we would like to go ahead and start working in. Today is actually quite chilly. Looking at about 14 degrees Celsius today. So the steel is going to cool quite drastically, you know, coming out from the forge, which is 1,000 into 14 degrees Celsius. So yes, it is going to cool down rather quickly. Getting hot again. Cool. Sweet. Okay, cool. See, it's starting to, I want to keep it hot all the way through so that I can bend this thing back into place without having to create a fracture line between it. Back in. Go. Remove the scale from the anvil, don't want any of that back. Need smack back into the base of steel. So I think what my main problem was that when I'm working with the steel and I create the bulb with the indent on it, as in the picture that I showed, that I drew on the table there. This piece here, where this piece of metal gets extruded down and then this bulb becomes more defined. This here I need to keep in line with this, so I need to basically do this head like this. So I need to turn like this so I can keep this guy kind of straight and level with the rest of the steel. So that's what I'm going to try. As you guys can see that I, my failed attempt, this guy came up and sat up on top there. Sad. I hit it and then it just fell off. Cool. Looks like she's ready and hot again. Starting to crack off again. Come back in. Damn it. I think this one might also go ahead and fall off. my gas pot was around about halfway through. I did use it for 2 hours. The first stream that I did of this stuff. Let's go ahead. Just go ahead and check the temperature again. It's 1035 degrees Celsius. Fantastic. Alright, let's continue. Yep. Just gonna crack off again. Ah, damn it. I think because I was watching Alex Steele with this sort of thing, and I think I may have missed one crucial step throughout the whole thing in order to keep that bulb straight. Because that's been the bane of my life now. Just trying to keep that bulb straight so that it doesn't do this and break off. I think I may have made it even more brittle the last time because I cooled it off in water, and this is a high carbonated steel, the rebar, so it actually makes it very hard very quickly and makes it more brittle. Oh well, you learn. Check this here. Still nice and cool. Trying to think of now, why is it causing all of that issues? Why is it doing it? I'm gonna try a couple of things out in my that I've been doing inside my head. I'm gonna try and do it on the anvil now. See how that goes. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. If it falls off, meh. So what? Continue with it. Should be ready now. I think that might have actually done it. Not too bad. I think I'll do that from now on. Push it in a little bit deeper here. Alright, cool. So it seemed like that worked out a little bit better. So whenever I do these things, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make the bulb thinnest. Not the bulb, the stem closest to where the bulb is thinnest first, because then I can work this way. Then I don't care how much it goes ahead and bends. I can always try and work around with it. But what I'm going to do is then keep the bulb off the anvil itself, so that it can continue working and extruding it out like that. So basically using the hammer to extrude the force out onto the edge here, making it thinner and thinner and thinner, extruding it out like that. So basically almost like you're pulling it like that. That would be flipping awesome if you could just take a piece of steel and just do this. And I'm moving a little bit too close for comfort. Getting nice and hot in here. Go ahead and check up on the temperature quickly. (1,085°C). Lovely. Now I'm getting off pump. Just work the shoulders a little bit. Alright, cool. So she's hot enough. So grab out. That's actually working out absolutely fantastic. Okay, so that was my issue. Seems like I may have salvaged this part here at the top though, but you can see where all the indents are on the piece of steel along here, basically trying to move it that way so that we can, it's like if we're taking this piece and we were just pulling it along. So it's working out nicely. We'll continue with this. So what's the nice part about this whole thing is, because the steel is now getting thinner and thinner and thinner, the hotter, the quicker it gets heated up to its temperature so that we can go ahead and shape it and mold it. So this process starts to get a little bit faster. But the other part that actually takes most of the time is then shaping the bulb. If the bulb is too small, as in what this was, the bulb was a little bit too small, I would have to resort to like fish scaling the piece of steel a little bit. You can say it looks like fish scales a little bit. And so I had to hold it away from me like this, straight up, and then take the hammer and do that. So that the hammer would actually hit the piece of steel like that, in a sense. It's not necessarily what I wanted to go ahead and do, but it does add a little bit of, you know, finesse and texture to the steel afterwards. Hit it while it's still while it's cooling. You want to hit it back into place, otherwise it might basically break it off, create more fracture lines on the thing, which is not what I want. Go ahead and move this board back. Wow. There we go, looking good, looking real good. So finish this one up. So it seems like that technique is working out nicely. I'm going to just have a celebratory cigarette quickly. If you're underage, please do not smoke. Just don't smoke at all. most people will actually say, oh, but you're smoking with this gas bottle here. Well, there's a massive fire coming out of that where the gas bottle is over there. So. Alright, let's go ahead and put this guy down. There we go. Right. Getting there. Also learning a little bit of hammer control now as well, so with each strike that I'm doing, I'm trying to not exert too much force. Ah, damn it, it seems like I've got a little bit of poor connection on here. Ah, shit. Ah, hopefully it fixes itself. Let me just do this quickly. Got full bars, but it's not like 100% line speed coming from the Wi-Fi. So at least it's video, you know, sent in packages and it comes in a little bit later. I'll put this one down again. She's hot enough. Cool. Not 100%, but getting there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start moving over onto this area here now, so we can extrude that part out, and then we're going to need to work this thing a little bit smaller. But first things first, I might actually make it a little bit thinner at the top, and then we can start extruding the bulb. But in actual fact, I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to start working on the bulb, flatten that thing out. There's quite a bit of steel that I need to move on this guy, so I'll try. So what I've done now is put the bulb directly underneath the one burner, so I can show you that quickly. There we go. So you can see the bulb is now underneath the one burner there at the back. So getting heat directly applied onto it, so it can get nice red hot. Nice and red hot, so that I can actually go ahead and take the 4-pound hammer and let's just do this. Yeah, there we go. That's the better way of actually going ahead and doing it. Still see everything. Might need to tilt it just a tad more. Oh, there we go. Cool. So, time to get the 4-pound. So I want that thing nice and red hot. And then I need to hit it from the highest point. So let's put it like this. So if this is the bulb, this is the top piece here, I need to hit it here on the top so it can spread out, basically. So now this is where most of the work comes into play. Yeah. Let's go ahead and check. It's nice and cool. go ahead and kill that. Start working on the ball. See if I can use my ring clip here just to make sure that it keeps tension on this thing. Still got quite a bit of steel to move. It's still in, yeah, it's still in. Go ahead and check up the temperature quickly. Thousand 109 degrees Celsius. Fantastic. Right. So now what we're going to go ahead and try and do is, because they didn't flatten out much, just because the bowl wasn't thicker at the top on the one piece, it didn't do this when I hit it and then spread out. So basically it didn't go ahead and do that, it just went and did that a little bit. So now I need to just basically do this with it, in a sense. 'cause I think I made the bulb just a tad too big on that one. But we'll see if we can salvage it. (1116 degrees Celsius). Lovely. Now, because I hit it on one face, I'm going to flip it over to the other face and hit that part out as well. And then we just swap it each time. So I've just got to remember which face I've been hitting when I put it back in. Just turn it around quickly. Getting there. Slowly but surely getting there. Wonder if I did this thing correctly. no other stats that I can see on this damn thing. Anyways, all right. I'm just gonna go and see if there's some water in the fridge. I'll be back shortly. Find some soda water. Actually a lovely day today. Quite beautiful. Alright, she should be hot enough. Making an arrowhead, going hunting. Woo! It's hot coming out there. You know, the wind's coming this way a little bit. Move this back a little bit. Need some more water. Good. Alright, so what I'm going to try now is I'm going to try and take the 4-pound hammer and then also try and see if I can extrude it. With more weight on it, it might actually steal a little bit more. But the thinner we're making it each time, the quicker it should be able to go ahead and move the steel. And the quicker it heats up. Getting there. Drink the last bit of water here. Not much left actually. Around. again. So I've actually forgot that when you're hitting the piece of steel, the glove is actually quite nice and warm. When I'm hitting the piece of steel, I'm trying to extrude this piece out, so I'm hitting it. It's easier to hit that side, but it's not as easy as enough to hit the side that's closest towards you. So by flipping it over and hitting it from the other side, you have that opportunity to move that bit of steel each time. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to hit this piece of steel out, put it back in, flip it back over, hit this piece of steel out, and just basically do that back and forth, back and forth. So it's something that I just realized now, which makes things a little bit easier. Getting it. Just going to put it on the face that I need to work on now next. Oh, that was a little warm. Let's see what the temperature is. Thousand 133 degrees Celsius. Nice, getting close to that 1,200 range. Right, I'm going to go ahead and move over to the small hammer. It becomes a little bit more precise. Not as heavy as the 4-pound. My arm is really starting to kill me now. Over to the side that I need to hit next. That one actually moved out quite a bit of steel quite easily, quite quickly actually. So pretty happy with the method that I've come up with now. All self-discovery, so which is quite nice. Almost. I might actually just end the string and then start it up again. Thousand 148. Good temperatures. Okay, we're getting there nicely. So where do I need to hit this one? Okay, so I just hit that side, so I need to pull it out, I need to hit this side. Those flakes that come off is really, really hot. Let me just go ahead and just stop the stream again and then just start it up again because I think I'm getting some issues. Check you guys now.